The final match of the weekend in the Premier League takes place on Monday night with Crystal Palace hosting Arsenal at Selhurst Park. Roy Hodgson is back once more for another campaign with the Eagles, and they made a good start to 2023-24 with a 1-0 win at Sheffield United on the opening weekend. Arsenal, meanwhile, battled to a 2-1 home victory over Nottingham Forest, with Mikel Arteta's side hoping to go one better this term after finishing runners-up to Man City in May. The Gunners have added the likes of Declan Rice and Kai Havertz to their squad over the summer, while Palace lost key winger Wilf Zaha but have brought in Matheus Franca from Flamengo in their big money addition so far. Thoughts of Michael and Ray on the way? Arsenal have had the better of it in front of goal, but I've been unable to find a way through Palace of course yet. To consider goal this season, that's how close Arsenal and Eddie and Katie was. Ultimately still no breakthrough and finally poised at half-time. No goals, and in that first half between Crystal Palace and Arsenal infectious. The one shot on target from each side 68. Possession for Arsenal as you can see. Twice as many completed passes as well. But the most important stat is that we are yet to have a goal. What have you made of it? Right, well, certainly we thought you'd be competitive. You know Palace in our home, they are very solid in that midfield, and the defense know exactly what they're doing under War Hudson. And Arsenal just too many little passes for me. It's just, get out of your feet and switch play a little bit more, because as you can see the defenders are really pushing across. If you look at walled position, he's riding alongside the center halves, which gives Martinelli a lot of space, so I think he's just seeing that and quickly changing play, if you're on that right inside when it's a lot of bodies there, if you can get out your feet and diagonal ball to Martinelli, it could be on a 1v1, which is very no right back wants him running it on a 1v1, but I thought it'd be a tight game, and I also just needs it opener. Now Arsenal had the best of it in front of goal. Let's have a look at Eddie and Katya. Yeah, could he have done any more in these two instances from a finisher's point of view? I think it'd be hard to say, so I know people are looking at and think he's had a couple of big chances. I think he did virtually everything right there. He's under a lot of pressure. His first touch is brilliant, it's direct. He sprints clear. But he's under pressure. He's got a man so holding him. I think it's Mitchell. And he does everything right, and if you look at goalkeeper's foot here, he virtually skims. The goalkeeper probably would have saved it. Was the other side of the post. Maybe he could have lifted it, but when you've got someone on your back, it's very difficult to do that. Just lift it maybe a foot off the ground on this one. He's just so close to the goalkeeper, it's not really a ding finish. He's too close. The only thing I think maybe Ray is just a product between his legs, but yeah, I'm probably thinking that I don't think he can score. He's just too close. He's done some great runs compared to him, but there, you look at it there, you either hit it probably a little bit earlier. Pretty easy, you can see what he's trying to do, but he's like, what's inside his legs open. Yeah, maybe just put it through. Or you might have been out, square it. Havertz was in the box. Yeah, maybe that could have been a part, but did you see his eyes there when he actually took the first touch? He was looking across. So I think that his first thought was, can I swear this? Just have a look here. He's looking across here when he first picks the ball, that he'd see him. He's looking. And then he decides, I'm not sure whether anything's on, and then I think by that time he's just a little bit too close. But the legs are open slightly. It might be a little toe poke finish between the legs. Steve, interesting. Arsenal's one effort on target came from the skipper, Sam Johnston, equal to it. Yeah, you expect him to say that. If I'm being honest, it's a great effort, needs a corner. He's straight down the throat of Sam Johnson, which you expect him to say, but other guards got in his locker. He can drag everything, and he's a great strike. But it's just, you expect your goalkeeper to make their sort of save. And a little bit wider might have had a chance, but we saw Saka do that last week. Against Forest, but that was straight. Down the middle, but yeah, one shot on target, which is a little bit worrying for our tester's point of view. You need a few more opportunities, but as you can see here, this is where the space is at the moment. Martinelli, yeah, exactly that. I mean, Andrews Townsend said in commentary that Roy Hodgson teams like to squeeze across the pitch and really put numbers onto one side of the pitch. And subsequently, as Rice just said, Martinelli's had a lot of space on this left-hand side. And if Arsenal can switch a little bit quicker, here's the example who I really have Ward there going, and he's actually getting almost past the near post there at one stage and leaving Martinelli in acres of space, and you see the frustration not just on this occasion but once or twice later that he's on here. He just needs to get the ball quicker. Well, that's what we said about switching the player a little bit quicker, because when Ward is tucked in, you can get out your feet and you know that 34-40 diagonal ball, then he's 1v1, which is a very dangerous player. But I'm sure Michael wants it must have spotted that they really are tight as a backfall, which I have to be a little bit worried about it down the middle as well, on a guard and people like that. So Martin could be the one in the second half. Yeah, and I think this just goes to show as well, Steve, in terms of how much they dominate down that right hand side. They attack a lot down Saka's side, 52 down that right hand side, and Martinelli will probably be looking at those stats thinking you have to see if you can just even it out. I might be able to get more chances here. Very interesting. We shall see in the second half. So far that plan of right, however, it's observed quickly and then passed to Martinelli is very open, but the Brazilian midfielder hesitated in finishing. You climbed the ball well and then stretched to the inside, but Saliba was able to break the ball in time to relieve the danger. Saka crossed the ball early from the right, have crossed, but the ball went a bit deep.